లేదు.
Madam, you have shared this link with Atul Ayar, sir.
I have shared the link.
Oh, good evening, Dr. Chinna.
Good evening, sir.
Nice to see you, boss. Nice to see
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm good to see you, sir.
I think we have got very enthusiastic participation, sir.
Okay, sir.
So I had a limitations of this Zoom 300 participants. We have
Okay.
almost 280 plus participants.
Okay, sir.
Good. And I am very happy. I think after you, Dr. Srividya is going to speak from Dubai.
Okay, sir. Yeah, that will be great.
So good. No, this is for the first time we are doing it online and at this scale, basically.
Okay, sir.
So, I don't know. Handling 300 people is a big thing. दम क्या?
नहीं भैया
उसको दो ना किसी और को.
नहीं बस बोल रहे हैं
सर ड्रिंक्स पीने वाले क्या?
नहीं मैंने तो पी लिया ये हैप्पी इन्वेस्टर्स
तुमने रजिस्टर नहीं किया एफडीपी के लिए?
Sir, who will be chairing the session, sir?
No, this is not any chairing session also.
Okay.
Our actually computer science Dr. Shivani Kale, she will
Okay.
introduce to the audience and
Okay.
you can speak, sir, and you can conduct polls. We
Okay, sure.
make you co-host so that you can conduct polls also and you can have interaction. But to means have some discipline, we have unmuted. You have muted all the participants basically.
Okay, sir.
Because what happens, sir, a lot of times we have seen there are disturbance.
Yeah.
That continuity is lost at times. So we thought we'll mute them. And any questions they want to ask, they can ask in the chat box. And my co-coordinators, they will ask you, they'll pose the questions to the resource person at the fag end. They'll read out. So that
Okay.
there is no disturbance basically. Otherwise, it will be disturbance to all, the resource person as well as the participants. And participants are there right from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari and West Bengal to Maharashtra, Bombay, everywhere you have participants. So huge miss.
Yeah, close to 300 is a very good number, sir.
Very, and actually, honestly, we are not even printed one page. I have not printed even one sheet for this FDP. Why let it happen online only? We are talking about green, so let us be more green. We are not printed even one single sheet. We are
Okay.
not even brochure, no flex. There is no flex
Okay.
also. There is brochure, nothing. Just I sent one mail, I think one or two mails, and we have put it on WhatsApp basically.
Yeah.
So I thought why we should actually what I have seen is most of the people have joined out of their own interest. I am very
Okay.
actually heartening to see people are so much concerned about environment. I am very pleased. They are looking at the participation. People want to know about this SDGs, how they can contribute to the planet, and that awareness is on the rise. What I have
Yes,
seen.
yes, sir.
Really great. I am very sure this kind of exercise where people voluntarily join you for learning and there is some knowledge sharing happening. And sir, most of the resource persons, more than 50% of resource persons are from industry.
Yeah.
You are also doing research into organic LED and displays and all. So you are also like industry man only, though you
Yeah,
are in academics. But and audits and all excellent. They have conducted almost 500 audits. Sir. I was just speaking to them yesterday.
Okay.
Those people conducted 500 audits each. And we have got director of Mr. Joel. He's a director of National Productivity Council at Chennai, Government of India. So
Okay.
he is also speaking on. He is taking two sessions actually. He is a very good speaker also. I have seen. You are a great researcher, but I have seen researcher may not be a good speaker. There are different angles.
Yeah, you
Academician,
are right, sir. You are right. You are right.
you are every person has his or her own domain where
Yeah.
they excel.
Yes, sir.
Good, sir. I think we have around 74 participants. Madam, I think you want to that. Professor Ajit, make Dr. Chinna as a co-host.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Madam, you are muted, I think.
If you have two devices, there will be echo, madam.
Hello, am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, better.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil, Chauguli sir, make why there is.
I think our guest speaker, Dr. Atul Ayre sir, is already joined.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So,
I
good evening, everyone. On behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Engineering and the ICT ATAL Academy, I warmly welcome you all to today's Faculty Development Program session. We truly appreciate your commitment to learning and professional growth, especially at this evening hour after a busy day. Okay. So, this reflects your dedication to academics, research, and continuous development. So, I would like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Atul Ayre sir. Just a minute. I'll check. Hello. हाँ सर, मैंने मोबाइल पे लॉगिन ही नहीं किया है.
Madam,
हेलो.
madam,
हाँ सर.
what you can do, your speaker.
There is a problem. There is echo.
Madam, in the settings of the laptop, you just change the stop that echo part. Go to the settings in sound control.
Aram se, cool down.
Yeah.
Or shall I speak, madam? In that case, shall I introduce our chief guest?
I guess you can start.
Yeah. Shivani, madam.
Yes, sir. You proceed.
Acha, good evening, all. On behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan's College of Engineering, we welcome you all for this ATAL online FDP on green technologies for engineering faculty. We have a very distinguished panel and resource persons who will be speaking on this. For the inaugural function, we have our campus director, Dr. Abhijit Mane, who has got almost 2.5 decades of experience in academics and academic administration. We also have Dr. Atul Ayre, who is the former principal of Engineering College in Bijapur, and he has done a lot of work on the environment and has got global exposure on green technologies. So I would request, without much ado, I will request Dr. Atul Ayre sir to share his thoughts on this FDP. And to just give a brief, we have almost 280 plus participants pan India, and around more than 60 people are doctorates. What I have seen, 60 people are doctorates, and more than 25 professors are enrolled here. Then all voluntary of their own interest, and people right from mathematics, mechanical engineering, all disciplines of engineering are available here. So it is really very heartening to see that people pan India have opted for this green technology. And to be green, we have not printed even a single sheet of paper for this webinar, sir. Now, even I think I have sent you invite on WhatsApp or email only. So all the communications which have happened so far are on email and WhatsApp only, and not a single sheet of paper has been printed for this particular webinar. And I would request you to throw some light, because by 6:30 we will have our first speaker, Dr. Chinna from South Korea, who is an associate professor in Dongkook University. He is starting his talk. So I would request Dr. Atul Ayar sir to speak, and thereafter I would request Dr. Abhijit Mane sir to share his presidential address.
Sir, am I audible or echoing again?
Now better. Great, madam. Great.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry for the disturbance. I'll just introduce Dr. Atul Aire. He's a globally recognized ESG and sustainability leader, academic administrator, and researcher with over 2 decades of experience. He serves as executive board member and senior advisor at the World ESG Forum and Indo-Asian Business Chamber, and is on the Sustainability Committee of South Asia. He has led major initiatives in climate change mitigation, carbon neutrality, ESG reporting, and innovation-driven entrepreneurship. Formerly Vice President at Midcon and CEO of Innovation and Startup at Bharati Vidyapeeth University. He has been instrumental in academic governance, accreditation, and incubation of startups, internationally trained in climate and atmospheric science in Japan. He has collaborated with NASA, UN, and global institutes. Widely published, he is also a keynote speaker, mentor, and a member of multiple professional bodies. So I welcome you, sir, for the inauguration ceremony of ATAL FDP. And we all are pleased to have such a dynamic person for the inauguration session. So I just give the charge to you to continue. Sir, unmute, sir. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Very good evening to everyone, all of you in present in this particular August gathering, and basically the ATAL FDP on the green technology. The very fantastic topic what the chosen by the DY Patil group. First of all, very thanks to the executive director Dr. A.K. Gupta sir, the campus director Dr. Abhijit Mane, and the friend the Dr. S.G. Mane, and all the faculty members of the DY Patil group of institutions. Thank you very much for inviting me over here. And thank you for recognizing my speech on a green technology, especially on an engineer's day. So I wish you all the engineer's day. And I hope whatever the future, what we have is related to our sustainability and sustainable, you can say, the future. So the green technology, if let us say I talked about, because I did my graduation in environmental engineering in way back in 1993. So then that time the environmental engineering or something like that related, the branch was not available entire in maybe the India. But then that time because of the 1986 Environment Summit, which actually happened in Brazil in 1986. So that particular articulate I had. So based on that only I chosen this particular branch, and then probably I'm very happy. Almost 3 decades I'm working in environment and the climate change and sustainability. So the talking about the green technology is not nothing new, but then that time maybe around 1980s or the 1990s, the probably people were talking about some wastewater treatment plants or the air pollution control equipments, or maybe some kind of the solid waste management kind of a technique, and wherein we wanted to use maybe let us say the wastewater treatment plant, we need to have some advanced water treatment technology, including maybe you have an activated sludge process or something like that. But that activated sludge process also was considered as the green technology. In air quality, maybe the pollution control equipments we had, the ESP, that is the electrostatic precipitators, or maybe the back filters or the cyclone chambers. So some of the innovative technologies were there in the past, and the basic principle behind the green technology was to reduce the contamination of maybe the pollutants what we have. We can say the compounds of sulfur, compounds of maybe the nitrogen, the particulate matter, and those were the contamination in upper atmosphere or maybe the flowing water body. But later on, this particular, maybe you can say the definition of the green technology changes by the time. And by 2015, when the Paris Agreement was done, and the Paris Agreement, where they actually found out whatever the greenhouse gas emissions, those are rising, And because of that only we have a global warming, or maybe the ice melting. So there are some other problems also, maybe the desertification of some of the areas. And this is where actually the United Nations Framework for Climate Change Convention and your Paris Agreement, they put an agreement, and that agreement was that by 2050, all the nations, almost 193 nations are there. So 193 nations, they took a pledge that by 2050 they're going to reduce their carbon emissions to the zero. So that particular principle, or maybe the ambitious goal is called as a net zero. And in the net zero, this particular kind of ambition goal, even if India also has taken that particular pledge, but instead of 2050, we have a 2070 goal. Even if China has got a 2070 also. So based on those particular ambitious goals, now the people are marching forward, nations are marching forward. India also has to start with somewhere. India has already started with one concept called as a ESG, which is also in India called as a BRSR, that is business responsibility and sustainability reporting. Thereby, all the companies or the organizations and corporate, including the university and the academy also, they need to undergo some kind of maybe the environment, social and governance kind of the reporting to the government of India, especially the SEBI, that is Security Exchange Board of India. And now the people are working on that. As an initial stage, the first 1,000 NSA listed company of India has been given the mandate to submit the ESG and the BRSR. And in this particular ESG and the BRSR, we have certain aspects to be fulfilled, and those particular aspects are very well related to your all kinds of R. That is, you have a reuse, refuse, and a recycle. So all these 3 Rs, or maybe you can say the pollution, the management, or maybe you can say the ecosystem conservation or the environmental conservation. But apart from that particular contamination, now the new concept has been taken over. That is nothing but the total elimination of the greenhouse gases. I mind you again, the greenhouse gases are not a pollutant; those are exist in a natural atmosphere, and we have a carbon dioxide level almost 1%. So we have a carbon dioxide, even if water and the methane, there are some other three related to the sulfur also. Those are considered as the greenhouse gases. And now the people are measuring all kinds of the greenhouse gases emitting from every activity what you have undertaken. Even if just now the Dr. S.D. Mani said that we didn't had any kind of the paper printing or something like that. You had an email and the WhatsApp also. Through emails and the WhatsApp also, if you put it on one line also, it emits the 1 gram of CO2. So email, or maybe you can say the WhatsApp methods also not convenient. So people are changing because those particular emails or maybe the WhatsApp messages are putting on a data centers. We have a huge data centers across the globe, and all the data centers are protecting their data. And all the protecting the data, you require the huge electricity, the electrical energy, you require the thermal energy, and so many all those particular energy put together. We have the greenhouse gas emissions coming up. So now the SEBI has given all the mandates to the people. This is a very new concept. Second, very important, I know that the people sitting in the Kolhapur, they know all the 5 factories around, or maybe the industrial sectors around, including the Kagal and the Gokul Shirgaon. So they have their mid-scale to the small-scale enterprises where they, and these particular people are exporting to the Europe also. Now, Europe, especially the European Commission, has put one important guideline, or maybe you can say the license from the Indian exporters, that at least if let us say you have a carbon footprint zero or near to zero, then only you can procure one certification called as a CBAM, that is Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. If let us say you have those particular certificate, then only you can export your products, you can export your services. And this is something, the new picture is taking place. Even if between 2008 to the 2012, there was a huge market for the carbon credit. Carbon credit is nothing but, if let us say you are emitting 1 ton of a CO2, you will have to save that particular 1 ton of CO2. If let us say you are not saving that particular 1 ton of the CO2, then probably you will have to pay for that particular kind of a pollution. And that pay is nothing but something, 1 ton equal to €1, 1 euro costing, maybe you can say the 100 rupees. But if let us say you're saving 1 ton of CO2, probably the European Commission will give you the one carbon credit, and that carbon credit equivalent to the 100 rupees. So this is how the transactions were happening between 2008 to 2012. In a 2015 Paris Agreement, they stopped everything, all these particular transactions, because they were the some companies which were not minimizing or reducing their kind of a pollutions, and they were simply buying as a maybe you can say the pay by polluters, that particular concept. So they were buying the carbon credits, and rather they were not actually in the mood of, because all kinds of the carbon emissions or the greenhouse gas emissions has to be reduced. Those required huge, let us say, the economic, what is it, the aspects. There are some kind of the even if decarbonization, that is nothing but completely changing your industrial processes, the mechanical processes, manufacturing processes, all kinds of the processes which are happening in a industry or outside industry, even if in a university also, like education institute, the people are moving, the employees are moving, students are moving, all kinds of the office resources have been utilized. So all those carry the carbon emissions. If let us say you're using electrical energy, you are using the thermal energy like diesel, oil, or petrol, still it carries the carbon footprint. And sitting over here, all the people, what you are here, every person sitting in this particular the workshop also emits 3 tons of the CO2, and that is something very triggering. If you talk about the USA, it's almost 22 tons of a CO2 per the capita per person. You can say, if in China also, the 16 to 18 the tons of CO2. So this is how the depend upon the your developing and develop concept, or maybe the your how your resources are the develop. Based on that only the this particular the tons of CO2 has been calculated. Obviously, in a market we have a carbon footprint calculators also. So green technology is something where now the concept is evolving, that if let us say you are minimizing the carbon footprint of your all activities. If let us say you are in a production, all the production should be the zero, that is carbon footprint. Even if you are offering the services through your maybe the apps or maybe some kind of email method or the WhatsApp method also, that has to be also the carbon footprint zero. Even if your employee commute, sorry, the transportation, your supply chain to the factories, all need to be decarbonized, bring down to the zero, and this bring down to the zero, the maximum benchmark or maybe the ambitious goal is given up to the 2070. This is something very triggering, that whatever the now, in Pune also right now, it's heavily raining. It's something, what you say, that because of the climate change or the maybe the some or the global warming or the warming near to the lower earth surface, the probably this kind of the condensation and the precipitations are taking place. The huge rainfalls are occurring. Even if in October also it is predicted the heavy rainfall, it's all related to the greenhouse gas emissions. Again, I tell you, greenhouse gas emissions, including the carbon dioxide, are not the pollutant. They are naturally available, the gas, but because of some, let us say, the man-made activities or the artificial activities, we have many resources. We have the ACs, the freeze, the refrigerator, many electronic gadgets and the products are coming into the market, and those
You lost him?
require.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
now we can hear you, sir.
yeah. Okay. And then probably the all kinds of the resources, they consume the electrical energy and the mechanical energy. Even if Apple launched the last 3 years back the one the what do you say, the smartwatch, that smartwatch or the first smartwatch or the first product of the world which has the carbon footprint zero. People are behind the carbon footprint zero, but it's not so easy. We need to take that particular the ambitious goal. It's not just a political target, but it's everyone's responsibility, that we need to take that particular carbon footprint or the maybe the net zero goal. And this is where you can combat the climate change, and you can use the green technologies anywhere. Even if in a commute also, you need to have a electrical cars or maybe the electronic commute also, you have a hydrogen, you have a ethanol. All these non-conventional kind of energy sources need to be used. And that is why, if let us say the green technology has to be given some kind of the meaning, then probably you need to adopt the net zero goals. Net zero goals are applicable to everyone. It's not specific to the engineering only. It's related to the medical, it's related to the law, it's related to the pharmacy, and everyone concerned. And every person sitting over here emits 3 tons of the CO2, need to come down that particular carbon footprint to the zero. And this is where you need to adopt many, let us say, what you say, the practices. Even if walk method or the cycle method, this is the simple what we know. The carbon offset method, which we call as the planting the trees. The one tree, the grown tree, maybe around something 3 years old, can absorb almost the 8 tons of the CO2 per year. So this is how, if let us say the DY Patil group or maybe the academia or the university is emitting something, obviously it is emitting something. So that we need to get down that particular. It's not just a the FDP, FDP, that particular workshop has to be given. You calculate your own carbon footprint. Calculate your own carbon footprint. Thereby, you can come to know. And there are carbon footprint softwares are all across your internet or the website are available. Especially if, let us say, you are using Tata, the carbon footprint calculator, that's best to use. So this is something now the world is moving forward, and there is a SEBI, there is a Government of India, there is a Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Everyone, even if small to medium scale industry, has to undergo through this particular transition. I go to all the industry, the MIDCs, I literate the people, because it's not something very good. If, let us say, you're not following the carbon footprint, then probably your production or your, let us say, the products and the services will not be exported to any other country. So this is how something which I wanted to put my the what you say, the points over here. And the green technologies are something not new, but need to be given at most the priority and the importance. So thank you very much. I think I've been given only 10 minutes, so I stick to the 10 minutes only. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Your words actually set the perfect tone for the event highlights the urgent need for sustainable innovation and role of
Yes.
educators in sustainable innovation for the environment. Thank you so much for your words, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I request upon Dr. Abhijit Mane, sir. He's our campus director. He's an accomplished academic leader with over 25 years of experience in higher education, governance, and industry academia collaboration. He holds a PhD in mechanical engineering and serves as a campus director for Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan Educational Campus, Kolhapur. His expertise spans skill development, innovation, incubation, and institutional administration. He has published research papers, filed national and international patents, and contributed to entrepreneurship and MSME skill training initiatives. Recognized with the awards from the MSME Ministry and District Collector, he also served on the Board of Studies at Shivaji University, a certified faculty trainer and active member of IST and Rotary Club. He continues to mentor and lead academic excellence. So I welcome our dynamic director, sir, to just greet the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. First of all, I thank Ire, sir, Dr. Ire, for setting up the tone of this workshop as such. Dr. Ire is an accomplished leader, administrator, and academician par excellence. We have been in collaboration with him for so many years. I guess in this workshop, there are many of the faculty are from engineering background. So I heartily wish all of them a very happy Engineers Day. This is a right day to start a faculty development program, a good note to start on. We represent DY Patil Group. DY Patil Group is one of the biggest self-finance group in Maharashtra. We are in education since last 40 years. Like this is something I am trying to convey because we see it's the participation is pan India. Almost 20 plus states representation is there in this congregation. So let me briefly introduce who we are. We are having 8 private universities. 182 plus institutions are there. Currently, 1.25 lakh students are taking education in one or the other institutes of ours. By till date, almost 6 lakh students are passed out. So that's strong alumni, and they have the global presence everywhere. They are in all fields. They are in administration, IAS are there, IPS are there, CEOs are there, in all streams they are. We are in healthcare also. We are having 1,000 plus bedded hospitals in Pune, Kolhapur, Mumbai, everywhere, sort of. We are in hospitality. In Kolhapur, we own the Sayaji Hotel. We are also in sugar industry, power generation. We are in sports. We have the Nehru Stadium, like that was first IPL match was played over there. So this is briefly about my institution, like what we are representing. And I first of all congratulate my principal and the coordinator of this FDP for organizing an event, for organizing such a FDP within a short time period, and we are having such a huge response. Probably the green technology may sound mundane topic as such, but somewhere I feel that if everybody at least becomes aware about this, let me also share that many of our institutions in Kolhapur have a policy of printing both sides. Like since we are in administration, we understand the value of paper. Like we don't use single side print. So of course, many of people do that, but we are trying to put in place, take such small initiatives so we could somehow contribute towards a greener earth, right? I would say. As Dr. Aire was deliberating on the different initiatives, it has been also said that by 2030, this recycling and green initiatives would be another $50 billion industry. And now the entire globe is talking about SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and every action, every policy or every strategy has to be aligned with one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which have been marked by United Nations. Even India has a policy of funding for the initiatives through which are through SDGs. Like the Niti Aayog is pushing forward the projects, the ideas, the concepts which are been uh, which have been aiding, helping to achieve the SDGs. So in that case, many of the participants over here, those who have already done their research, who are in the process of research, they can push forward those their researches so that we could actually make some contributions towards a better planet. I wish all of the participants, and first of all, let me thank all the faculty members all the trainers who have joined, who have agreed to join. Very soon, the Revered faculty from Korea will be joining us and deliberating his concerns about green technology. And I also congratulate and thank all the participants. It's almost 250 plus participation is there. It's a huge participation, and it's pan India. So it's truly a national level of event, we would say, for participating this. And I really hope and I wish that whatever deliberations which happen over here, may it direct all of us to take one step closer to leave a greener earth for the generations to come in future. So I again once again congratulate all of you without taking much time, because we are falling short of the schedule. So I once again congratulate the principal and the faculty who are involved into this and wish all the best for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your support and guidance all the time. Now I would like to call upon our dynamic principal. He's always supporting us in all the ways. Dr. Suresh Mane is the principal of Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan College of Engineering. Under his leadership, the institution successfully secured its first NAC accreditation cycle in December 2024, making a significant milestone in its academic journey. With over 2 decades of distinguished in the Indian Railways, Dr. Principal Sir transitioned from a successful professional career to academics, following his passion for education and institutional development. His research interests focus on mechanical engineering with specialization in internal combustion engines, energy systems, and HVAC. He is presently leading an innovative project on solar-powered VCR cycle AC test ring using release components. Before his current role, Dr. Mane sir served as the principal of GSIT Karwar, where he played a very important role in strengthening academics and enhancing institutional growth. And he's always being a source of inspiration for all of us. So I welcome Principal sir to have your guidance to us. Hello. Principal sir?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
I had some issue here.
Okay.
You introduced Dr. Chinna. He is there already. The first
I
speaker.
introduce you. I would like to say 1 or 2 words before starting inaugural, and then I'll introduce Chinna sir.
Acha. So, good evening, everybody. We welcome you for this ATAL online FDP on green technologies. I think this is a need of the hour. India aspires to be a Viksit Bharat by 2047. I think 22 years down the line, we want to be a developed nation. And all the faculty who have joined this FDP, I think they have a onus onto them to groom the citizens of tomorrow so that we can take up the topics of green technology to the larger population. And in this process, we ensure that the emission net zero, what we have planned by 2070, can also be accomplished. So it is a Herculean task for a population of 1.4 billion. And I think we as a faculty members of engineering institutions or higher education institutions should share this onus of educating people at large to ensure that we all contribute to the economy of the nation. And in this process, we also have the least effect on the environment. One thing. Second thing, the artificial intelligence is booming. And I think some people have messaged me that they are preparing transcripts of this talk. I think it's a welcome step. Even this, all the topics streamed will be kept on YouTube basically for people to watch at a later date also. I'd actually like to thank our management, esteemed management, and Dr. Shivani Kale and her team basically, who have tirelessly worked to ensure that this happens. And I'm very happy that a lot of people, more than 60 doctors in engineering, more than 30 professors, more than 20 states are being represented in this FDP, right from Jammu Kashmir to Tamil Nadu. So I welcome all of you for this FDP, and I can assure you that this FDP will be very interesting. We have the first day we have planned for both the speakers are from abroad. We have Professor Chinna from South Korea. He is a renowned scientist onto OLED, and past 15 years I think he has done intense research. One thing I observed is people who are very good at research may not be good orators. They have done immense work, and their work speaks for itself. And secondly, we have Dr. Srividya from Dubai. She is a global orator basically. So she speaks on global platforms, and thereafter we have speakers from National Productivity Council. We have accredited energy auditors. We have professor from Goa, Davangere, and a lot of good speakers. And they'll be speaking on the mostly we being engineers, we are more into action. I think a lot of learning will be there. I request all the people to maintain this interest, and their attendance as such, whatever the norms of AICT are laid down, we have to comply with that. You need not give your attendance or just log on to the sessions, and we will be marking that. At the end of the FDP on Saturday, I think we will have a feedback, and we will have a test
Yes.
as per the norms, so that once you give your feedback and once you attend the online test, then only you will be able to generate your certificate on your own portal. And then whatever 70%, 80% norms for attendance and test are there, they have to be complied with. So we welcome all of you for this FDP, and we are very happy that you have joined in large numbers, and we expect that this will be of use to you. Already we have that pre-FDP survey we have taken. I am happy to share that almost 100 people have filled. Those who are not filled, please fill up that pre-FDP form, so that we will give one more form like that at the fag end, that is the post-FDP form, survey form we'll see. And we would like to improve the content of this FDP, and we would like to take it further in days to follow. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, before starting the session, there are some instruction for this one. The session timing for the sessions will be 6:30 p.m. to 8, session
Yes.
1. Session 2 will be 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
For today.
Attendance-
For
Huh?
today only. For today only.
Today only, yes.
Tomorrow
Attendance
onwards it is
will-
at 6.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow onwards it is at 6 p.m.
Yeah, tomorrow it will be, sir, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m.
No. Tomorrow it is from 6 p.m. to 7:30.
Yes. For today, I'm telling. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, attendance will be recorded at the beginning and end of each session. Ensure you remain present throughout both sessions. Keep your camera on if possible to encourage the interaction. Use the chat box for queries or raise your hand during question answer session. Then certification criteria, minimum 80% attendance across all sessions, submission of assignments, feedback forms, and online tests as per AICTE ATAL guidelines. And professional etiquette, keep microphones muted unless you are allowed to speak. Respect the speaker's time and maintain academic decorum. So these are some general instructions. Now let's introduce or let's welcome our first resource person, Dr. Chinna D. Batula. He is an associate professor in the Division of Electronics and Electrical Engineering at South Korea. With a PhD in organic chemistry from Karnataka University, Dharwad, he has extensive postdoctoral research experience across leading Korean institutes, specializing in organic electronics, photovoltaics, OLEDs, sensors, and energy storage materials. He has over 155 publications with an H index of 39 and more than 4,500 citations, reflecting his significant contribution to advanced materials and sustainable energy research. So let's welcome the speaker and just ready to get the knowledge of from the speaker. So I welcome sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So I welcome you and I request you to please proceed with your session.
Your slide is visible, sir. Your slide is visible. You can probably
Okay.
press that F5 button to make it full screen like this. Function button F5.
Yes. Good evening
Yes,
to
sir.
everyone.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank especially Professor Mane sir for giving me this opportunity to join on this this online the topic on the green technologies for the engineering faculty. And also I would like to thank I learned so many things from Atul Thaire sir as well, and also want to thank Director Abid Mane sir and as well as the Khale madam for following up and everything. Especially I would like to talk my talk will be comprising of the green technologies as well as the current research happening in Korea on different materials and how we can correlate them with the green technology. So yeah, this is how like this is where I'm working currently in Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. This is how we can visit Korea. This is for the information of all the people who are joining online on this program. These are and this is the school actually where I work. This is the campus, my campus, as well as the 4 different seasons of Korea. And recently, a Edicon group from the Maharashtra and Karnataka visited the Korea, which also consisted of even the representatives from the DY Patil Pune also, and I had a good interaction with them. And this is actually the research which we are doing on the organic semiconductors, and we are mostly utilizing the green technologies and green protocols for making most of the materials. And coming to the theme of this FDP program, I'll start with the smart mobility and green technologies, transforming transportation engineering. We can see that recently across the globe, the transportation has been the quality of this transportation or the facilities of the transportation have been really uplifted. This is mainly due to the sustainable approaches as well as the engineering faculty or the engineers involved in the designing and execution of the various projects for the transportations. We can see that in India also there is a lot of improvement has been done in transportation. If you see the Indian Railways, then they started from the narrow gauge to till now, there have been a lot of improvement. The most of the credit goes to the engineers involved in the process. So the same thing is happening everywhere and across the globe. In Korea, you can see that even the transport system is very good. Maybe this is mainly due to the sample size or the population, the low population over here. But even though our country is having the large population, there are many sectors where we are been still leading in India as well as the in globally, because our engineers are everywhere, and also our people are working in every important project, right from the domestic projects to international up to the NASA. I can take for that matter. As we are listening to Hire sir, you also told about the certification, CBAM certification, which is very essential for the uh, to market our product or send our product to the internationally. And this is actually when I was working in Bangalore for a pharmaceutical company in the R&D as well as the pilot plant. I really learned these kind of things, and this was like a refreshing for me to focus on the green technologies or green principles. We start with the urban mobility challenge. As we see that a lot of people, they just want to move into the urban cities because of the facilities, or because of the transportation, or for that matter, all the facilities in order to make the life better. But I think when we come to the uh, urban places, there is also we are compromising with uh, the environmental impact which we are having. So to overcome that, it's a responsibility of every citizen, and especially the engineers of the greater role to play, because uh, whatever the principles, whatever the technology has been done by the engineers has been executed to a larger extent. So when we see 60% of the world population in cities by 2020, when especially globally, when you see the New York or Seoul, Japan, especially the Tokyo, the London, they are highly populated, and at the same time they are the facilities, they are making adequate facilities for the citizens, as well as the waste generated by electronically, by environmental pollution, everything. They are also trying to overcome to a certain extent, but still it is a challenging for the normal humankind. But as we see that United Nations, they have put many proposals or many suggestions for everyone to uh, actively participate in this kind of projects, and especially the civil engineers, they are they are in the forefront, because they are the one who are going to design the infrastructure and everything, and also the implementation. They'll take care of everything. The here also important thing what we have to consider is the environmental stakes are very high. You see 25% of global CO2 emissions, transportation. This is this is only contributing for the 25%, and also the urban air pollution 70%, and also 1.35 million of deaths annually happening due to the road accidents. This is mainly due to that we are still depending on the earlier established transportation or less greener systems. So to safeguard the people, we it's our responsibility to use the green protocols. Also, the current the mobility is unsustainable. You see, our existing transportation, if you see, it is really the human population is going to increase, but still the infrastructure have been compromised, and also the energy required for the large group of people. At the energy demand is high, and also the pace where we are working, maybe sometimes we are lagging behind. This is mainly due to the emissions as well as the waste we are generating. And what is the smart mobility? We need to shift from the fossil fuels to the greener technology. Especially the sun is the greatest source of the energy. We need to use the we need to use the energy generated to the from the sun, so that it will be adequate for the all the humankind on this earth. So defining especially the smart mobility, it integrates emerging technology with transportation system to create more efficient, safe, and sustainable user-centric mobility experiences. Here, the 3 points we need to focus are the technology integration, where the big data and the Internet of Things and the green tech working in concert to optimize the transportation networks, efficiency focus and human-centered, also the human-centered the projects. Especially some of my friends who work on the, we also have worked on a lot of projects from the Samsung as well as the LG to work on the green principles as well as the Internet of Things to upgrade the current systems to so that they can consume the less energy and give us more efficiency. Actually, the key components of the smart mobility are connected and autonomous vehicles. This is self-driving, as well as optimizing traffic flow and enhancing the safety. Safety is the one of the major concern, which is being focused by the engineers recently, and also the electric and shared mobility. The zero emission vehicles are taking they are taking a major role in current scenario to utilize the utilization through the resharing as well as the vehicle sharing mobility as a service models, and also intelligent transportation system. This is the one of the key area we are also working like AI driven analytics and the control system that dynamically manage infrastructure, routing, and demand to maximize efficiency. Here we in our school at Dohuk University, we also work on these projects, AI-driven the control systems, and we are designing many vehicles which can be which are into R&D now, and we are hoping that that will come into the market in the future days also. This active transportation integration, as already I spoke in the previous slides, the smart infrastructure for walking, cycling. These are whatever the environmental like the rubber waste have been used in the making the polymer based roads in Korea, so that the recycling system will be is used to the maximum extent. And the engineering innovation driving greater mobility. The academic institutions, especially you see in Korea, most of the projects are funded not only just through the government and also the Samsung, LG, the SK, that's South Korean telecom government. They are also contributing for the they are also contributing to the academic institution by funding them to the larger extent. They have a lot of funding and they are helping the institutes to take the projects and come up with the good results, so that here also the engineers are playing the leading role for the revolution. And also the Purdue Smart Mobility Track, model curriculum. Here we can see that the core technical courses have been introduced, such as the geographic information system for the smart cities, autonomous vehicle networks and control, smart logistics, supply chain optimization, transportation data science and analytics. And also the interdisciplinary electives, you can see the AI and machine learning applications, energy system optimization, and urban planning for mobility, the transportation policy and economics. These are very, very important, as the transportation should be also the green protocol must be used, and also it should be economically feasible for the even the common people. And also the people with the AI background, they are the engineers with the AI background, they are working on these kind of projects, both in the technical depth as well as the interdisciplinary breadth needed for this smart innovation. Cutting edge research examples, some of the solar skywalks, transit systems, and digital twin urban delivery. Here we can see that the elevated port cars powered by ignited solar canopy. This is the projects which some of the leading schools in the Korea are using, and also distributed microgrid energy hubs for energy and grid support, the carbon negative infrastructure through energy export, on-demand service eliminates wait times and empty vehicles. And especially you see the digital twin urban delivery also, the machine-based algorithm, they are very important, and we are also working on these kind of algorithms to make the energy systems better way. And net zero emission, and already Tyrus sir has spoken about this and his experience throughout his career. He has done excellent work on this kind of work, and also he also shared light on this kind of zero net emission the innovation and real world application and impact. See, this is the where academic research is already translating into the transformative. And here is where the engineers, every engineer are playing major role. And connected automated vehicles at Ohio State University. There are a lot of projects going on in the even Europe as well as US as well as in Southeast Asia to improve the real world testing as well as the cross-disciplinary teams they are working and also V2X infrastructure for advanced communication enabling vehicles to interactive systems. And this initiative demonstrates how university research can drive innovation while providing unique educational opportunities for engineering students. In my some of my slides, I'm also going to talk about some of the schools where the engineering projects are going on, and also it will be good for the engineering faculty who are attending this program, and even they can visit Korea for the faculty visiting program. There are many programs happening in the schools around here, and urban informatics and the ethical AI at the UT Austin. This is also the data which is available actually. The transit equity analysis, we see the big data techniques identify transit deserts and prioritize infrastructure investments for undeserved communities, and as well as the ethical AI framework developing algorithms. This is a very important factor. Even though there are norms from the United Nations for developing the algorithms that optimize environmental impact while ensuring equitable access across the democratic groups, and dynamic pricing models. Pricing is the very important, especially for the affordability for the low-income residents, as every process should be economically feasible. Then how to prepare engineering faculty and students. The transition, to smart, sustainable mobility requires new approach to engineering education, right from the civil engineering fundamentals and emerging technologies and system thinking. And these are some of the important factors like interdisciplinary skills for future engineers. Like civil engineers, they need to have innovative infrastructure design and material science, structural analysis, and the transportation planning. These are the more responsibility will be on the civil engineering fundamentals, especially the system integration. All the players of the team must actively collaborate in the multimodal networks, interoperability standards, and cross-disciplinary collaborations. These are very important. The digital technology, the sustainable approaches, and also the human-centered projects. Actually, if you see, the most effective engineers will combine technical depth with the breadth to work across traditional boundaries, especially when you see the academics. As academics, we have some certain boundaries, especially to work in the the laboratories where the costing may be not exactly calculated sometimes, but in some processes where the process goes to the industrial scale, where all the factors come into the play, the green technologies as well as the that effects we need to overcome every environmental hazards especially. And some of the opportunities for faculty engagement, the research opportunities, and the education innovation. The smart innovation, the infrastructure and embedded sensor networks. Sensor networks. The most of the engineers recently in Korea, they are involved in the sensor networks. These are to improve the sensor performance of the devices we are using, especially as we work on the LEDs as well as the solar cells, the photodiodes, and some of the projects the involved or some of them are supported by the US defense also. And autonomous system safety and verification, the green energy integration, and with the transportation, the green energy has been major focus for us. The multimodal optimization algorithms and the transportation equity and accessibility. the educational innovation, the curriculum development, because we already have the last time during my visit to India, so I had a chance to visit the D.I. Patil Institute at the Kolhapur. I was really thrilled to see the facilities over there and also the quality of the students who have been studying over there. I really feel that the students coming from this institute will be really going to play a major role in the coming days. By engaging with the smart mobility initiatives, the faculty can secure new funding streams, attract diverse students as well as departments at the forefront of transportation engineering, and empowering the next generation of innovators. This is the we at the present. As a faculty, as the people involved in the engineering, we also have the big responsibility to pass the knowledge or the technology to the future generation as well. And this is a conclusion from the first part, especially the engineering sustainability mobility for the future, the pivotal engineering frontier, the faculty leadership essential, as well as the collaborative action. These are the factors we should consider for the engineering a sustainable mobility future. And some of in addition to the theme of the program, and also I would like to shed light on the some of the solar cell projects or OLED projects. This is just for the information of the faculties, so that even they can pass the information to the students who want to continue their education in the green technology based solar cell technology or the OLEDs. And this is how the brief history of organic electronics. Maybe I might have omitted some of them. So this is how the technology has been done right from the 1960 to 2020. There is a lot of work has been done, and there are some Nobel Prize winners who have been actively contributed for this field. And this is for the information of these engineers involved in the energy, especially the solar cells, how they work. This is called as normal structure or the inverter structure. This is from the material point of view. This is just for the information. Who are interested into this kind of projects can contact us through Professor Manesar, so that we can encourage them. Even though here there are some of chemicals we have used, but we have changed them into the sustainable reagents or the protocols. And this is how we make the materials for the solar cells and some polymers. And this is for the the UV visible studies or the cyclic voltammetric, where we understand the homolume levels as well as the solar cell parameters. These have been really fabricated through the environmentally friendly conditions, as well as we avoid the chlorosolvents. And the AFM images I want to show you, so that the future engineers who want to continue the research, or they want to have information on the how to understand the surface impurities, or how to understand the surface morphologies, they can do it through the AFM technology. And these are the solar cell performances I want to show to you, so that we use some of the chlorosolvents, but we overcome the effect of the chlorosolvent by using the environmentally friendly solvents. And some of the research I want to show you. And this is how the solar cells as well as the transistors have been fabricated. Even though some of the polymer materials we have used, these have been previously done through the chemical processes, but later on we have avoided the environmental hazardous chemicals to prepare this kind of molecules. And the reason why I'm showing this kind of structures are just to have the knowledge of how the chemical compounds are being prepared, as well as how they have been replaced through the green technologies. And we study the chemical the stability of the materials by the thermogrammetric analysis, and the other parameters we do it through the UV visible spectroscopy. And also we, as I show, this is done through the Gaussian, the AI program, to understand the homolume level. These are the fundamentals for to understand any kind of device or any material. They are existing in the nature, right from the plant to the day-to-day materials we are using. And these are the some how we prepare the solar cells. And the dye sensitized solar cells, where we use the dyes and we replace these kind of organic dyes through the natural plant species or the plant derived quantum dots to overcome the use of the chemicals. And we have got a very good results with the naturally or the environmental friendly chemicals as well as the environmental friendly substituents. And these are some of the facility which we have in the Pohang, and this the X-ray to measure the XRD of the materials for the low angle. We need to use there are limited facilities to use this kind of measurements, and Korea is one of them. And also the chiral building blocks. Why I want to present this kind of molecule? They are used in the medicines, but this process also we need the help of the engineers to design the cooling temperatures, the various parameters involved in this kind of reactions, especially the exothermic conditions, how to cool them up, and also replace these kind of steps by the natural friendly or environmental friendly protocols. And these are all the prepared through in the laboratory. And some of the academic outputs we have been published. We have been able to publish in the ACS journals. And this is the surface morphology. Once again, I want to focus on this kind of systems because the atomic microscopy as well as the transmission electronic microscopy, these are very used for to understand the surface of the either the process the involved or the material we use. And also some of the transistors we fabricated, and also we can see that how to understand the energy levels of any material through homolumo as well as from the cyclic voltammetries. And the photodiodes we have made, and the main reason why we want to focus on the photodiodes is to see the material in the darkness. Especially you see the US defense, they have various projects to prepare the devices which can show the performance around 1100 nanometer or 1200 nanometer. And some of the environmental friendly methods which we use involve the ball milling. The ball milling, previously we prepared this kind of materials through the chemical methods, but the ball milling, where the zirconium balls have been used to crush the materials, and this is really environment friendly, as well as we got a nice material with the good morphology as well as the good properties. This work we can publish. We have published in the nano energy, which is the impact of above impact of 15, and this has been really appreciated by the reviewers of the journal when we submitted this paper. And also I want to show that how the energy gap or the energy levels have been calculated, and the devices, OLED devices, how we made by using the environmental friendly solvents. And also I also want to show that how we made material by just by the grinding or the mechanical grinding. If you see some of the laboratories in the US, they have the machines which can grind the materials. Here we are not the less energy is utilized to grind the materials and prepare the molecules for the OLEDs or other solar cells. And one of the projects we worked is to make the perovskite solar cells, where the material we have applied on the halocites and the halocite based molecules. And as I said, we usually work on the environment friendly conditions. You can see that, just by grinding these kind of molecules, we prepare the perovskite materials. And initially we use the lead material, but later on we overcome there. And how we are using the, the natural waste to make the electrode materials. This is, from the plant we are making, the extract of the material, and we use it for the preparing the nanoparticles, as well as the whatever the material, the residue is left behind, we are making into carbon. So we are using the extract as well as the leaf, whatever is left. So we are we are using the photocatalysis, or the one of the major projects in India now these days is the Swachh Bharat, where the water from the lakes, or the water from the effluents from the industry has been treated. So these kind of samples, these kind of materials are really useful, where within a short time the effluents have been treated before leaving them into the rivers. And also we also use the by using the ultrasonics, the environmental ultrasonics, to prepare some kind of the pipe interaction of the materials to make the electrode material for the energy storage systems. And this is some of the the opportunities I want to share with the permission of the chair, as well as with the permission of the with the permission of the principal sir, about the career opportunities in the South Korea, especially for the engineers who are attending this program. South Korea have some of the universities which are the globally recognized, and around top 50 or top 100 rank in the world. So how to enter this kind of universities, especially faculty back home in India, we have enormous potential to get into this kind of universities through the visiting faculty, or the visiting researcher programs, which will be done twice in a year through the brain pool program. So I believe my information with the Manesa, so that if somebody is interested in to collaborate this kind of projects, or somebody want to visit South Korea for the to extend the research on the sustainable goals, they can contact me, and I'll try to make the connections for you. And especially Seoul National University is around the top 50 universities in the world, and some of the students also, they can enter. Your students also you can enter, and also you see how the campus looks, and why the infrastructure is so good here. The reason is they have been funded by Samsung, LG, as well as the SK. They have been the biggest player, and also Hyundai Motors, as well as the Kia. They are contributing for the growth of the academics in the Korea. And this is the second school in the Korea. Is called as Yonsei University. Here also there are lot of projects are going on the sustainable goals for the electrical vehicles, and also the mechanical engineering, as well as the civil engineering. There are so many projects are going on, and also since I've been here for the over decade and a half, and I have interaction with the various professors here, and I'll be really looking forward if somebody is interested in coming here for the collaborative projects. As the students also, you can encourage the students in addition to the US, as Europe, as well as the Australia, and Korea is also big. Korea is producing the highly quality researchers. In addition to our back home, we also have the IIT, IICs, as well as the universities, where the students, high quality students, have been produced. But at the same time, if they have the global exposure for the short duration, it will be really great. And there are many programs for the students as well as the faculty for 3 months, visiting 3 months or 6 months, and we can make it happen. And Korea University, this is also among top 3 universities in Korea. And KAIST, this is called as Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, where the most of the projects have been done by most of the projects are funded through Samsung and LG, and some of the departments in KAIST are almost top 10 among the world. You can say that the solar cell projects and the there are also some the mechanical engineers are they are making very good algorithms from here, and also they are executing their plans, and they have a good collaboration with the MIT, Stanford, as well as the Imperial College London, and also the NTU, and as well as University of Melbourne. So back home, I would like to. I'm also interested, or I want to introduce some of our schools back home in India to this kind of institutes. And this is the program, Brainful program, where faculties can really come here and work with the Korean professors. And this is called the University of Science and Technology in Korea, where there are a lot of projects and funding available. There are some scholarship for the students, especially. And also, I would like to, there's a global talent program in Germany where faculties also can visit as well as the students. So the most important thing which I feel, and because I've been working with Professor Mane sir for many years now, like I have learned many things from you, sir, like to be humble all the time. And one of the things is I really want to focus is, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. Without hard work, you can't get anything. And I would like to acknowledge some of my mentors, especially Professor Suresh Mane from the D.Y. Patil's college, as well as the S.M. Pawar sir from the Sanjay Godath University, and some of my friends, Dr. Abhijit Kadam from the Wilson College, Mumbai, and Professor S.K. Lee from the Creek Daejeon, South Korea, and Professor Kumbar from USA, and Professor Y.Y. No from the Postec. And also I would like to thank Professor Atul Tahir sir, as well as the Abhijit Mane sir, the director of the D.Y. Patil College, as well as thank you. And also I would like to thank Khale madam for the following of everything, and some of my work I would like to dedicate my teacher. And thank you so much for your patience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful, wonderful session. Yeah, if faculty have any question, you can post in the chat box. So we can take the 2-3 questions. Is it okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. Anyone if has question, please post. Okay. Sir, I have a question. Like whatever technology you have explained about in the other country, what are the chances we can implement a similar kind of this in India?
Yeah, recently when you see the projects back home, madam, I had a chance to meet some of our ministers who have visited Korea.
Yes.
So many of the projects which have been doing here, especially for that matter, the catalysis or degradation of the effluents, the photocatalysis. The same project is been called in India as the Swachh Bharat mission, where
Okay.
they are making the catalyst from the natural sources. Whatever the natural waste is there, they are taking that, and they are making that for the degrading the effluents.
Okay.
At the same time, after using those catalysts, they are burning the catalyst and making use of them in the electrodes. So dual application they are doing. So most of the project they are especially doing in the back home India also. But only the challenging is I'm not sure, ma'am, how much our industries are supporting our academics. There should be a good collaboration or good encouragement from the uh, industries also. The government itself cannot do everything. As it's a responsibility of the every industrialist to contribute back to the society. So that's what they do in Korea, madam. If you say even for the simple cycling test of the batteries, they are giving more than 1 crore Indian rupees or 2 crores by a small company in Korea. So like these kind of steps have been taken. I think we are not far away, madam. We have the enormous potential. You can see that whenever there is some faculties coming here, and we are really contributing everywhere. So I think it's very possible.
Okay. Sir, I think there is one question from the participant. Are there any master programs for BTech civil programs there?
There are, madam, there are some programs. There are
Okay.
some programs in Korea for the civil also.
Hmm.
Like, there in Seoul, in Seoul, there are some universities which give the master program for the civil also with scholarship,
Okay.
fellowship.
Hmm.
And I think if please kindly pass my mail ID or my details to them. Whenever they
Okay.
contact them, I'm going to respond them with all the
Okay.
information, and
Okay.
also I'm going to connect them with the
Okay.
respective universities.
I'll share your mail ID in the participant group so that if they have any information, they will mail you. And they will put a reference of this FDP.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay. One more last question, sir. How connected and autonomous vehicles will reduce the emission? This question is from the participant.
Yeah. Here, actually, what we are developing is, madam, as I said, some of the projects which you have through you have projects through Hyundai, where we are making that. We also have the projects from the Mercedes also, ma'am. Some of our
Okay.
colleagues working on those projects,
Hmm.
where we are developing the components which can give the zero, where we can give the eco-friendly approaches, ma'am. Through the
Hmm.
eco-friendly approaches, we are trying to have the carbon neutralization also through such kind of design. And some of my colleagues who are working on those projects, madam, I can really provide more information on that. Also.
Okay, certainly. Okay, I think there are lots of questions, but I think you have the time constraint also. So yeah, so thank you so much, sir, for wonderful session. And I'll post your mail ID to our participants. So if they have the questions, they'll mail you. And
Sure, ma'am.
thank you so much for your guidance. And we got to know how Korea is doing in all the regards of green technologies. So we'll try to contribute accordingly in India, and we certainly need your help in that regard. So thank you
Sure,
so
ma'am.
much for your valuable guidance, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, now for all the participants, the next session will start around 7:45. So there will be a break. Don't leave the meeting. You can just and this one, mute your cameras, and this one. So you can take a session. The next session will start of Dr. Srividya at 7:45 sharp. So don't leave the meeting. Keep the meeting, this one, connected. ओके ठीक है. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening.
Yes. Welcome, ma'am. We'll start in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yeah. I'll just make you co-host so that you can share. Yes, all participants, welcome our second speaker, dynamic speaker for the session. Now I'd like to request Ms. Veera Rawal, ma'am, to proceed with the introduction of ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today's Dr. Srividhyasukumaran, ma'am. She is a distinguished educationist, governance advisor, and global ambassador with over 3 decades of experience in creating sustainable and inclusive learning environment. She has collaborated with government and non-governmental organizations to align education with UNESCO global goal and UAE national agenda. As a strategy and a quality assurance expert, she has led initiative in R&D, mergers and acquisition, and ESG focused cultural transformation. A passionate life and business coach, author, columnist, and she champions community welfare, sustainability, and the philosophy of every child matter. She currently serves as the global chair of GSFN and global ambassador to the UN, advocating education as a powerful tool for a social impact. Now I request to ma'am to please take over the mic and start your session. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Veera, and thanks for the very sweet introduction. I take this opportunity to thank DYB College of Engineering and other sponsors and collaborators who have joined in this venture. Of course, it's a very important topic to be discussed on, that is green technologies for engineering faculty. And definitely with online ATAL FDP being as a source and inspiration for others to lead in the for green skills and the green technologies to come up. Further, we are going to discuss today with about the topic of role of engineering faculty in the mainstreaming of green technologies. So thank you so much. Thanks for the great opportunity. And hope I've been made as a host so that I will be able to share my presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Am I the host here?
Yeah, you are a co-host now. You can share, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. I think my screen is loading.
It's visible, ma'am.
It's visible? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So today we are discussing, as I briefed before, the green technologies for the engineering faculty. Well, I saw this recent post somewhere in Instagram around about nearly a week before. AI will replace many doctors and teachers in 10 years, and humans won't be needed for most of the things. And this was told by none other than Mr. Bill Gates. So is there is a fear that in the next 10 years, the only jobs that will be truly surviving will be farming or AI development? If this is the case that we are going to discuss, or if this is the threat that we are going to discuss or looking forward to, how to handle this threat, which is a part and parcel of our life. So this is what we are going to see, and what we need to equip ourselves, what we need to bring in ourselves how to tackle this kind of a situation such that we don't end up in a mess. So the best way is to create smart cities with green tech, transforming urban futures. So discovering how cutting edge technology are revolutionizing our urban landscapes, creating more sustainable, efficient, livable cities for tomorrow. And this presentation will definitely explore the intersection of the smart innovation and the environmental stewardship in addressing our most present urban challenges. So when we talk about green tech transforming urban futures, what is this urban challenge is all about? This urban challenge refers to the strain on the city resources and the infrastructure due to the rapid urbanization resulting in great alarms like increased demand for energy and water. That means cities struggle to provide adequate resources for the ever-growing population. That's going to be the first threat. Second is what will happen when the population grows? Congestion of transportation issues, traffic congestion, inadequate public transportation, and parking challenges, and the plague, which is going to be the plague into all the urban areas. Other than this, the third threat which we have to address on this platform or in 4 more years to come, environmental concerns, cities facing rising pollution, waste management issues, and climate change related problems. So to tackle all these challenges, if we are talking about smart cities, what are these smart cities for? And what is that exactly the word smart cities mean? These are the cities which will offer a promising solutions by leveraging the technology and the data to enhance urban living. So our key focus should be on the urban living upliftment. So to do that, what is required is that smart infrastructure, that is intelligent systems that will monitor and manage the first threat, that is transportation, and our resources for utilities and for public services, and which will improve thereby the efficiency and reduce waste. Then IoT, which is the call for the world, that is Internet of Things, the networks of connected devices and the sensors that collect the real-time data on everything from traffic flows to air equality should be looked into. It will really help. And third is the sustainable energy. Sustainable, the word sustainable, what does it mean? Making use of the resources available to everyone in the future, thinking about the future without jeopardizing the present. That's what sustainability means. So when it's such a case, the smart grids and the renewable energy resources that will ensure efficient power consumption and reducing carbon footprint. So last but not the least, there will be a call for the public safety and security. Advanced surveillance systems, predictive policing, and emergency responses technologies that keeps the city safer. So if at all we are together visioning about such a smart city, some noticeable examples across the globe, which I would like to cite here for, which you can see in my presentation, that's from Neo Kyoto, Japan. But not only that, even Singapore is known for its innovative use of IoT and AI in transportation, healthcare, and governance. Barcelona for implementing smart lighting and waste management system with the public transportation system, creating more sustainable urban development. Dubai, where I do from, focused on becoming a leader in the smart technology with initiatives like smart waste management and blockchain-based governance. So apart from this, there are so many other things that you can look into, and many cities across the globe have come up with smart grids, green energy, data analytics to optimize energy use and reduce emissions. So the benefits of these smart cities, what are they? If we do that, where will we head to? It will improve the quality of life with optimized transport systems. Our first threat will be addressed. Reduce pollution, making use of the resources which are available with enhanced public services, thereby which will help the way towards the sustainability with smart grids, renewable energy, and efficient waste management system, and reducing environmental impact. thereby economic growth will lead to the economic growth, which will attract investment, drive innovation, and create jobs for the youngsters. So with the increased efficiency and automated systems for the streamlining public services, reducing operational costs. However, our smart cities also have faced challenges. So what could be that is that AI becoming the call for the world. Data privacy and security is the first concern that is to be addressed concerning the surveillance and the potential misuse of the personal data, infrastructure costs, and building and maintaining the smart city infrastructure can be very costly with the digital divide, ensuring the equal access to the technology and services for all citizens. Last but not the least, interoperability, that is seamless communication between the systems and devices, is crucial for the smart city functionality. Apart from this, there is always a big threat for the AI governance. AI governance in the sense like how will we address the issue of waste management system in the AI? Today, we are deleting a data from our mobile or from our device. We think that it has disappeared from our device, but it still provides in the cloud. Thereby, today we are talking in the year 2025 about this clearance from our device, but it is still there in the cloud. What will happen for the same data, which is going to be in 2045? It will still remain so. It is not going to be eradicated because, of course, we'll be collecting them in the dustbin. What will happen to those dustbins, which are hugely collected? So these are the issues that we need to really look into for facing our challenges and going ahead. So when it is so, the first challenge is that urban challenge and the promise of the smart cities, because by 2050, you're talking about 2050 with a vision that over 70% of the global population will live in cities, intensifying the resource demands and the environmental pressures. So the cities will cover just 2% of the land, but consumes about 60% of the energy and the produce, and which will be about 75% of the common carbon emissions. When it is so, the green revolution comes into handy, but we'll go about it later. The core smart cities technologies meet the sustainability with IoT connectivity, AI and big data management with green innovation. As we know, the networks of sensors and devices collecting the real-time urban data will help a lot to register and really record all this data. With the intelligent analysis of the urban patterns will optimize our infrastructure. With the eco-friendly technologies will be enabling our sustainable urban growth. But these technologies will work together only across the key urban sectors like energy, transportation, buildings, waste and water management, creating cities that are both smarter and greener. So when we talk about the green energy, so what is the actual solution for it comes to the chapter 2, that is green energy revolution in the smart cities. What is this green energy revolution? First, we need to know about it, and then we'll go into that. That is renewable energy integration. Whatever energy that we have, we should start working on the resources which are available with us with solar, wind, and hydropower, reducing fossil fuel dependence while meeting the growing demand from the urban energy demands. Such that, and then the smart grid technology, AI and real data optimization with the energy distribution, cutting the losses and emissions while improving the reliability and confidentiality taken into account. So one example which I would like to cite here, there are many examples across the globe, but still one example which I would really give as an example is Singapore's AI-driven energy management system predicts the demanding patterns and optimizing renewable energy capture from solar, wind, and reducing grid strain by 15%. Another example, which is from the very, very vulnerable country, that is Africa. Africa has started making water from the wind energy. Can you believe it? From the wind, they are trying to make the water. That's how people started thinking about it these days, and they are going ahead. Knowing more, still going in detail about the energy revolution in the smart cities. Is like how does it really help the smart cities? Is that it helps in transforming our urban landscape worldwide. And how does it manage to do it is by leveraging the green technologies. what could be exactly the focus or the forte of these smart cities or about this green energy revolution is that renewable energy resources, solar panels, as I mentioned about wind turbines will generate clean energy, reducing the reliance on the fossil fuels with smart grids and intelligent energy management systems, optimizing the energy distribution, minimizing the waste, and thereby improving the efficiency. And also about sustainable mobility with electrical vehicles, EV vehicles, which are already being on the vogue, with intelligent traffic management system and bike sharing programs will promote eco-friendly transportation. So some of the smart cities leading the way across the globe are Denmark, which I can say, and Oslo, and Norway. These Madagascar city and Tokyo, Japan, and London, UK, all these are already called as smart cities with the benefits of reduced carbon emissions, with green technologies minimizing the environmental input, with improved quality of life and optimized transportation and energy efficiency towards a sustainable living. And also with last but not the least, it also catered to the economic growth. They attract investment and drive innovation and create jobs. So moving ahead, we are going to talk about how to make use of this renewable powering for tomorrow's cities, integrating clean energy directly into our urban infrastructure. So the first thing is algae-powered street lights. That is a living energy innovation system, which is already found in Hamburg's BioLight streetlights. So if these are some of the infrastructure that we can generate, which we can bring into for using photosynthesis, that is actively absorbing carbon dioxide and providing the ambient lighting with minimal maintenance and creating visual interest in urban areas. And the second example is always worldwide, which is being accepted as exactly the solar panels and other things which are already being there. Apart from this, this is one example which I'm giving, the most innovative one, the most in the talked about one, which is quite easy for each and every one of you, each and every one of the household can do it. We need not depend on the governments to do it. Each and every household can implement this and can do this. Example is that the rainwater harvesting. When rainwater harvesting came into vogue, how many of us felt that what is this? It's not possible, how it will be collected and whatever. But when we did it, we found that it was found useful. Likewise, this BioLight is one kind of innovation which will really help a very great deal, at least for the lighting measures, so that the house can be lit exactly with the help of the plants as long as they are there, and also the solar panels which are there. So the first thing people talk about is when we talk about the renewable energy resources, solar power by harnessing sunlight to generate electricity, and solar power becoming more increasingly efficient and affordable. Cities like Singapore and Copenhagen all leading in the way for solar energy adoption, and also UAE is very closely following them. Sorry. Wind energy with the use of wind turbines generating electricity using wind power, reducing reliance on the fossil fuels, cities incorporating wind energy with the infrastructure with wind farms and the rooftop turbines, etc. And also the geothermal energy, converting exactly the Earth's internal heat, which the Earth is absorbing into the geothermal energy, provides a reliable, constant source of power. This is the most applicable one for the construction field. Exactly, because the building already it's absorbing heat and people are using AC inside the houses. Instead, if there is going to be a technology which can absorb this geothermal power energy from the solar, it can be converted into exactly a constant source of power for the people, and advancing drilling techniques can be more easily accessible. With all these power, exactly what could be the next question which is going to come is the address with the more proactive vision is that how do we store these energies which are coming into? So talking about advanced battery technologies like inverters and smart grids with enabling efficient energy storage and distribution. That is, when we talk about these days, when we talk about normally people think about electricity power which is coming from the transformers. Apart from that, each and every household can generate their own electricity, can generate their own power, can store their own power, can make use of those power, addressing the intermediary issues which are being there. So when we talk about smart city initiatives, as I already mentioned, cities like Amsterdam, San Diego are implementing smart grid technologies with microgrids, with the localized energy networks, providing energy resilience and independence, especially with electrical vehicles and cities promoting electrical vehicles, reducing emissions and improving air quality, with the benefits of reducing emissions, energy efficiency, economic growth, thereby improved quality of life will really help a great deal when we implement all these factors. So moving ahead to chapter 3, that smart and green structure buildings. This is what we are talking about when we talk about the previous BioLite. The energy can be created from these plants which are already there with advanced HVAC systems, LED lighting and smart thermostats and super insulation reduce energy consumption to 40% with sustainable materials of green building codes, increasingly mandating the eco-friendly materials with lower embodied carbon and toxicity. With water consumption, with smart water meters and rainwater harvesting system, reducing the consumption and waste of the urban buildings. So thereby, what will become into vogue is that the green buildings driving urban sustainability, with 40% of energy reduction, with 30% of water saving, and the 20% of operational cost. So if we are looking at sustainable urban mobility, the fourth chapter that we are talking about is a sustainable urban mobility. That is, every single city across the globe has one big problem, that is traffic jam. We can't avoid it. Even people are suggesting so many ways of using your own vehicle, bring your own device or bring your own vehicle. So many things that are, or using the usage of public transport. Even that, there are many other factors which we need to look into. So let's take the few examples which are already so very prevalent across the globe. That is electrical public transit with zero emission buses and trains reduce the urban air pollution while offering a quiet and efficient transport system, which is there being in Singapore. And autonomous vehicles. This everybody is quite these days familiar with. Self-driven shuttles optimizes the routes and reduce congestion through coordinated movement. Or the micro-mobility solutions like bike sharing, e-scooters provide a last mile connectivity with a minimal environmental impact. So the example that we can take is that from Singapore, AI traffic management system has cut peak hour delays by 20% and emission by 15% by being a leader of the public transit ridership by 25%. So if we talk about cities like or countries like India, what could be exactly the sustainable urban mobility solution that we need to look into? First of all, what is this sustainable urban mobility? Is that the environmental friendly and socially responsible transport systems that will come into the cities. So the first thing is the public transportation with access to kinds of buses and trains and trams, etc., with the active transportation of promoting walking, cycling, and other forms of human-powered transportation through infrastructure and incentives. And also the most prevalent examples of electric and hybrid vehicles, which are coming up with the shared mobility and car sharing, bike sharing, etc. And the benefits, what could be the benefits is that if we do all these things, what could be the benefit is that reduced emissions, improved air quality, increased efficiency, and enhanced livability. So many of the countries, even the vulnerable countries like Brazil and Cuba, is known for bus rapid transit systems, and Denmark, cycling infrastructure, which is there with extensive bike lanes and bike sharing programs. And Vancouver, Canada has implemented sustainable transportation with electrical buses and expanded public transport systems. So if this has so many advantages, one question which can come for, does it not have any kind of challenges? Yes, it does have. So developing sustainable mobility infrastructure requires significant investment. So that's what the government has to take care of with the behavioral change, encouraging students or the citizens, exactly, because it's like undo, redo, and you're going to, so this undo redo thing is going to be biggest challenge in the minds of the people, changing the minds of the people, and with the transportation habits, because they're there in the comfort zone. They're so happy with that. Nobody would like to really change in a day or two. So this people can think about in due course of time, but still it will take time with equitability and access, with sustainable mobility, accessible solutions to all the members of the solution. So this will help in the integrated transport systems by combining the public and the private and the active transportation modes to create seamless travel experiences with smart traffic management, using data analysis and technology to optimize traffic flow and reduce congestion. Say, for example, even the ambulances which are there, the minute the siren of the ambulances are being heard in the city, people get jitters because it really upsets them that somebody is ill and we need to give them pay. Instead, if there is going to be an airlifting vehicle for the movement of airlifting ambulances, even the deceased can reach the hospital within a very less time. But all these things, as I said before, as I highlighted before, investment is a core thing that government has to think about, or about exactly working in collaboration with already existing transport companies like Ashok Leyland and Tata. Exactly, let them design that. There should be innovation thinking which has to come in these kind of programs, exactly, and think about exactly how they can really innovate to make the life of people more easier. So implementing policies and incentives, thereby encouraging sustainable transportation choices, will be a mode that we are thinking about in chapter 4. So reimagining urban transportation could be one of the solutions that we think about sustainable futures, connecting clean mobility solution, prioritizing people over the vehicles. As I told you with the example, as I gave you an example of the ambulances, exactly being airlifting ambulances will really help. This is one thing. Or otherwise, even vehicles with the sensors that can really, people are rushing towards during the office hours. So if there are sensors which are being fixed in these vehicles which are there, these can be designed by students themselves from the education. So all these transport department, education department, and other governance departments have to work collaterally. It's not unilateral decision which could be taken. They should start working in a collaborative way such that they come up with the innovative solutions for the sake of people, prioritizing people over the vehicle. It should be for the people, of the people, but by the people. That's what the sustainable futures that we are thinking about, empowering communities through the innovative urban solutions. So in that case, exactly, when we think about reimagining the urban transportation, exactly, it will to summarize, it will create the efficient, environmental friendly systems with innovative approaches, with maybe designing the roads. The first primitive thing is to design the roads for pedestrian friendly areas, cycling lanes, and efficient public management systems with green corridors and Cara Septima as found in Colombia, with smart city mobility, with implementing intelligent transport systems that will integrate technology such as smart traffic management and real-time public transit updates, with the multimodal transport that we are talking about, combining the different modes of transportation like walking, cycling, public transport will reduce the car dependency and its emissions. But technological advancements like digital twins, which is globally called as utilizing the digital replica of the urban infrastructure to optimize transportation planning and management. As I told you, the government has to work together. The same technology and the transport department has to work together. When we make use of AI has to be used in these areas of designing such that we come up with innovative solutions with rideshare apps, leveraging technology to provide convenient, efficient, sustainable transport options, with electrical vehicles promoting the adopting use of electrical vehicles, as in terms of, as I told you, for ambulance, will be an eco-friendly vehicles with electrical, even buses and cars can be used. and people who are staying very close to this shore can think about use of the cruise more than coming onto the roads, so they can use the waterways. So if we think about really sustainable solutions like this, it will really help our urban development to a greater way. Thereby, we will have about 15-minute city. Like, for example, when I talk about urban planning strategies, what I really mean about is 15-minute city. Designing the city, though it is very ambitious, but still, allow me to just share it over here on this platform. Designing cities where residents can access to any kind of essential services within a short walk or a bike ride, reducing the need for lengthy commutes. So that's why if we take Noon app that we have in UAE, 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, you get it at your doorstep. When that's possible, even this should be possible. So how they are able to commute, because their mode of commutation is bike or two-wheeler. So we should really have a thought process of forgetting the four-wheelers, which are creating the congestion of traffic, thinking about commuting with the two-wheelers such that we are able to reach the place on time and within the time, or otherwise the pedestrian-centric designs, like with covered shaded areas where people think about even single riders. What do I mean by the single wheel riders? Where people can reach office in those single riders, and which can be again used with the electrical vehicles phenomenon, such that prioritizing pedestrian friendly infrastructure, shaded places for them to move, and in case of hot temperature, think about air conditioning the place or public spaces to enhance urban livability, and active transformation with travel mode, with encouraging walking and cycling to the infrastructure, and incentives promoting sustainable and healthy transporting options could be one. So if we do this, what could be our benefit is that reducing greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, improved public health and quality of life, increased efficiency and productivity, enhanced urban livability and sustainability. So if we are thinking about reimagining urban transportation, I feel that these are the ones that we need to start working on. So moving ahead with the chapter 5 of waste and water management innovations. Obviously, like as we discussed before, smart wastewater solutions with IoT sensors in trash bins will reduce the overflow of 80% of optimizing collection routes in San Francisco, that they have already done. And waste to energy technology converts all organic waste into renewable power, closing resource loops, as we can see over here. An AI-powered sorting system, improving the recycling rates up to the 25% of the pilot programs. Imagine the percentage that it has its influence. So when we talk about, if these are the benefits that we are talking about or that are found across the globe, what are these waste management innovation system? Is a smart waste management system that uses the technology to make use of the waste collection more effective, environment friendly, and sustainable. This includes the IoT solutions, basically enabled with the waste management system that streamline the waste collection and improving sustainability. With the advanced recycling technologies, with the innovation in the recycling that enable the better water sorting, processing, and reuse of the materials, with the waste to energy that will convert the waste to energy, reducing the landfill waste and providing a sustainable energy resource. So if it's so, the water management innovation system is going to be AI-powered operational intelligence with artificial intelligence and the machine engineering are being used to optimize the water leak treatment processes, predicting, very importantly, the water demand which is going to come in some places, detecting the water leaks in some places, and connecting these places exactly. And this was told by one of the Tamil poet called as, he's called as Bardiyar. He said, if we are talking about India, if we connect these rivers and make use of the resources, definitely this will really help a great deal. So those, pardon me?
Please unmute.
दोन तास झालेला
My time over?
हा बंद झालं ना हो हो एवढं मोठं काम झालं बंद झालं जाऊन देऊ आपण इथे भूत झालं भूत हो हो बंद पापा खा
Who's talking?
आतमध्ये घेऊन जा
Please mute, sir. Somebody is talking.
Yeah, we had actually muted everybody, but I don't know how this person is able to talk.
Somebody is talking.
Hello?
Hello, you please mute everybody.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Other than the speaker, I think everybody else should be muted. Do I have time, Professor Suresh?
Yeah, madam, you continue. I am enjoying your talk. Really excellent presentation. Global perspective.
खतम होत होता म्हणून लावला इकडे
Somebody is talking.
All participants are requested to mute their mic.
नहीं मैडम ये हमारे पास है उनको क्या बोल रहे हैं आप
अशोक घ्यायचं तुला लवकर जेवते ना
someone named as iPhone that one is talking
मनशीच्या अभ्यास गेले की असेच करतात आजकाल बहुत आणि आता अजून जास्ती करायला
weekend होता Wi-Fi router
Just a minute, sir. I'm doing it.
Host can remove that person.
Yes, sir.
sorry madam, please continue.
Sorry. Okay.
And madam, mute everybody except the speaker.
Yes, ma'am. You can continue, please.
Okay. Sorry. So we were with the water treatment innovations with advanced membranes. When we talk about wastewater treatment innovations, what we could implement, what we can think about is advanced membranes. That is a new membrane technology that improves the wastewater treatment efficiency, enabling the water reuse. And also this could be supported with AI monitoring, with AI-powered monitoring systems that will optimize this wastewater treatment processes and detecting anomalies. Thereby, where we will head to, or where it will lead to sustainable solutions with innovative approaches to wastewater treatment, such as nature-based solutions and green infrastructure that prioritize sustainability and environmental stewardship. So, if we have to do this, what we need to really think about is the trends and the future decisions, which is in the hands of policymakers. So with the digitalization, with the increasing use of the digital technologies, like us, the program that we are conducting now today, with IoT, AI, data analytics, if we channelize these resources that we have to optimize the waste and water management system, so there will be a growing focus on sustainable solutions that will prioritize environmental stewardship, resourcing, conservation systems with urban infrastructure such as energy transportation and to create more efficient and sustainable cities. So this is what is the whole waste and water management innovation that will help us through. So data-driven sustainable urban resource management is the one that we need to look into, because the thing is that when we have, as I talked about AI governance at the beginning, today we are thinking that I have deleted this data from my mobile or a photo from my mobile. It has definitely gone from your device, whether it is a mobile or a laptop, but it is still prevailing there in the cloud. Who is going to remove it? Of course, engineers will work and they will make it archive, they will move it to the dustbin. Collection will take place. Removal cannot take place. If we start thinking about it today, on September, today's date, exactly the 15th September 2025, if you're thinking about it today, imagine the year, the same day in 2045, how much data will be collected? What will happen to those data? It will be more sea of all those plastic bottles which are really having an environment threat. Likewise, this AI is going to be a biggest threat, but nobody is thinking about it. But this is what we should start thinking about when we talk about IoT solutions. So this data is the key thing that we need to focus on with AI Analysis Hub. With optimization outputs, with cross-system strategies, electrical data and smart meters, with grid sensors, with heating data, with district heat flow meters, water data with suspension, consumption quality, waste data, collection and processing, stats, transportation data. All these are going to get collected in that dustbin or the waste management system. Remember, we can only make them as archives. Removal is not going to be possible. So let's start putting our heart, mind, soul together to get an IoT solution for the removal of data which is already present there. So on that note, please allow me to move forward with chapter 6 with urban green spaces and farming, with sustainable living, that we are thinking about all these buildings with all the green plants which are being grown, which will really help a great deal in making our own, generating our own resources and our own energies. Thereby, it will help a great deal in the human impact with health, economy, and the quality of life, with the health benefits, with improved air quality, reducing respiratory illness up to 15% in pilot cities, cutting the healthcare cost and improving the well-being. Thereby, with the economic gains of AI-driven efficiencies, safe cities like Singapore with $1 billion economy annually to optimize resources with the use and infrastructure, with the community impact, with enhanced urban livability, attracts the talent and boosts economic competitiveness and fosters stronger neighborhood connections, with inclusion and equality, with the smart city initiatives can bridge the digital divides and improve the access to the services when thoughtfully implemented. So this is how the whole thing is going to help through, and thereby leading cities pioneering the great green smart tech. For example, Singapore with the AI traffic management system have cut emissions to 15%, boost transit ridership with 25% through seamless integration. Barcelona with digital twin and AI empower inclusive urban planning and citizen participation with the smart lighting system have reduced the energy consumption to 30% citywide. And Copenhagen have the data-driven traffic signals improving air quality, reducing travel times, and targeting carbon neutrality by 2025 through integrated green technology. And Singapore, again, with the pioneering water reclamation technology, meets about 40% of the national water needs. So when these pioneering cities demonstrated how integrated approach yield multiplicative benefits across urban development systems, creating models for others to adapt. Why not we do it for our own India? Let's start thinking about it. So, with the Green Smart City as city beacon, leading the world in the urban sustainability through technology and thoughtful planning, Singapore as really leading the globe as smart city. So, when we do that, what are the challenges that we are going to have and in the road ahead? First thing is for implementing this, financial barriers. High upfront costs for cutting-edge technologies like algae lighting and AI systems. Second, as I mentioned before, public acceptance. They're all used to this kind of living. To change their mindset, to come to the new, it's going to be very difficult. So adoption hurdles of the novel solutions that change established urban practices. Scalability issues, need for adaptive models according to the local environment. I'm talking about Dubai from UAE, but the same scenario might not be applicable for India. So coming up with the solutions with the adaptive models suitable for diverse climate and urban contracts. So despite promising advances with the smart green city development facing significant hurdles that require the collaborative solutions. So innovations down the horizon is the drought-resistant algae system with the specialized strains and the far air-good regions with expand bioenergy applications to water-stretched cities. That's the one that people are thinking about exactly when we talk about smart cities 2.0 with 2.27 with advanced AI application, expanded predictive maintenance and climatic resistance modeling to protect critical infrastructure with 2030 with the blockchain integration, transparent, sustainable urban resource management through decentralized tracking and verification with 2035, self-healing infrastructure, building systems that autonomously repair and manage damage using the bioengineered materials will be the innovations down the horizon which are going to come through. So, last chapter for today is sustainable living reimagined in the so-called smart green cities is the vision that we are thinking about on this platform together along with you all with the sustainable urban future. So by 2050, smart green cities can drastically cut emissions, conserve resources, and enhance quality for the billions, quality of life for the billions. Like if we think about that, exactly when we talk about sustainable urban future is achievable, is definitely achievable, but careful planning, innovative solutions, and a commitment to environmental stewardship. So when we think about this, exactly what all things that we should have in our checklist. First is that sustainable urban planning, designing cities that will prioritize green spaces, efficient transportation, and energy efficient buildings, as given example before, can significantly reduce environmental impact. With renewable energy solutions, integrating renewable energy resources such as solar and wind power into the urban infrastructure can decrease the reliance on the fossil fuel and lower emissions. With the green infrastructure, incorporating green roofs, as we have seen in the buildings, as green buildings, urban parks, and the green corridors and the roads exactly can mitigate the urban heat island effect and improve air quality, enhance biodiversity. And the efficient water management system, implementing smart water management systems and sustainable water treatment solutions can minimize water and conserve resources. With the best practices that we can share with exactly repurposing existing spaces. There are so many spaces, vast spaces which are not being used. Even our roads in India, exactly. The road is being made, but there are so many encroachments on both the sides of the road. If we make use of the roads very clearly, systematically, by having the proper lane system for different kinds of vehicles for the pedestrians, and prioritizing people, it will be with the adaptive reuse of the underutilized structures like even Go Smalls can revitalize the urban areas and promote sustainability. Say, for example, one good example I would like to quote here is the Madagascar Masdar City model, which is in Abu Dhabi, which is Masdar City model, serve as a global reference point for the sustainable urban development, showcasing innovative designs and green technology. and UN Habitat initiatives with United Nations. As a United Nations member, I'd like to really highlight it here with the United Nations Habitat Program. Promoting socially and environmentally sustainable cities will provide guidance on urban planning and development. Of course, challenges are going to be there, whereas when people start thinking about challenges, when they come across challenge, we should always think that it's an opportunity. If we find solution for it, that's going to be an opportunity for us to grow in our life. Thereby, we are able to give it back to the community as well. So meeting sustainability targets, that the city is facing challenges in meeting sustainability targets, such as those outlined in the UN sustainability goals, that is goal number 11, creating sustainable cities. So that's what we are thinking about, and creating anti-fragile urban environments, designing cities that can adapt to future challenges and uncertainties to the crucial long-term sustainability. With the collaboration and knowledge sharing, encouraging collaboration among cities, researchers and practitioners can facilitate the development of the effective sustainable urban strategies. So if we do this, all these things, technology and the nature working in harmony to create a resilient, inclusive, and thriving ecosystem that will regenerate rather than deplete the resources. With the collective action and the innovation mindset will define the next era of urban living, transforming our greatest challenge into an opportunity, thereby making a better place to live in with the energy efficiency, green infrastructure, and smart mobility. Conclusion is that building green smart cities of tomorrow will definitely is going to really come in handy for a tangible reality with the smart cities powered by green technology is just not a vision. They are unfolding realities in the pioneering locations worldwide, thereby with the transformative potential of embracing the renewables which are there, talking about sustainability, that is making use of the resources which are available without jeopardizing the present situation, but still trying to bridge between the past, present, and the future, treating the present as a gift of life. AI and the sustainable design transform the urban challenges into opportunities for a healthier and more equitable communities. For a collaborative future, together we can create cities that will nurture people and the planet alike, and starting with the strategic investments in the policies such that the green smart cities of tomorrow can be built through the choices that we make in today. Thank you so much, and thanks for the great opportunity that has been given. And let me stop sharing first. I think, yeah.
Excellent presentation, madam. Appreciate
Thank you
your
so much,
efforts.
Professor. Thanks for the great opportunity. I just wanted to share my thoughts exactly so that it will really help everybody a great deal. And what I thought is I should take instances from across the globe where it has been already implemented, so people get to see and understand and start implementing these things. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Amit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With your due permission, I would like to ask the participants if they have any questions related to session.
You can take down the questions. We'll be answering them definitely.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Suresh Mane, for this great opportunity. And the university, yeah, definitely it is a learning experience for me also. And my sincere thanks to the organizers with DYP College of Engineering and also other people who have been very supportive. Exactly, Preeti, who has been very supportive in really bringing me here with all the coordination, with ATAL, exactly, for taking me into consideration with AICTE, exactly. Would love to work with you more and more, would share more knowledge as such, and definitely it's a great opportunity. Thank you once again, and
Yeah, everyone is appreciating your session and they are got good information. I have one question How do smart green cities contribute to reducing emission and enhancing quality of life?
Aishwarya, your voice is echoing actually, but still I understood the question. That's why I'm answering. As I told you, the very simple thing is, practically speaking, getting on to the very practical mode. How many of us commute to our workplace by cycle? In previously, my dad, my grandfather used to go by cycle. During my years, exactly, I'm about nearing like my years, we started using two-wheelers. So there it started. Now it has become a mandatory that everybody is using only cars because they don't want to use the transport, the public transport buses, which are not able to, public is not able to use. So if we think about in a very simple way, I'm not asking you to bicycle, but still think about some mode of transport where we will be able to reach the office by our own foot. Even foot was okay. Like we can shift our house to the nearby place and we can start thinking about it. It will reduce a great deal of carbon emission. And more than anything, because of this travel thing which is happening, it's not that only traffic is being conducted, it is creating so much of a pollution. And Delhi being the, like a pilot for all this pollution control, pollution, which is, Delhi is the most polluted city across the globe. So when we think about these things, even a simple contribution from your side, all these things, as I told you, it's in the people mindset. Charity begins at home. If I'm going to say something to you, I should be able to do it. I should be saying that, okay, that was a valid proof saying that I am doing it. When I am able to do it, why not you? So when you start doing things from your own self, then you can tell others, I came by cycle, I really enjoy. Maybe a little travel time, little you need to really, get up early or you have to start early. With all these considerations, with all these mindset, with all the changes that we are thinking, it will really, really help a great deal in the carbon emission which is coming up. This is one part of it which I'm thinking about. Even the factories which are emitting so much of smoke, which is contributing to the pollution, if they think about really working on the smoke material, collecting it, and as I told you, like when it is collected and diverted into different ways, as such creation of coal, why should we think about getting coal only from the coal mine that we are thinking about? This kind of emission which is being given as a smoke in the air can be collected and converted into a small coal which can be used for some other purpose. So if we start thinking about innovative solutions like this, to a great deal, it will really help. As I told you, every single step is a big leap to fly high. Every single drop in the ocean will contribute more.
Madam, can I express?
Sure, please, sir.
Yeah, I'm Sanjeev Deshpande from DY Patil only. Professor Mane and myself.
I know Professor Mane very well.
Totally against that. We are totally against that using any vehicles. I'm staying away, almost 2 kilometers from my college.
Very good.
I don't own any two-wheeler. I travel always. I walk.
Very true. Very true, sir.
That is the secret of your good health, boss.
I'm 65. I'm 65. You can better ask Mane sir.
No, these days,
I'm still
younger
on.
generation, they talk about all big things, first of all. But
Yeah.
even the small, simple thing, getting up early and, going for a walk, even simple things which they can really, the breathing exercise, they don't do it because they're not being guided. I'm not against younger generation. I love them the most. In fact, I work a lot with the younger generation. Only thing is they need to be guided exactly in a correct way. If we do that, if we channelize this,
That is the difficult part of ours, how to pass on the things to our younger generation.
see, for that, that is what is that for educators like us, we are all there exactly. If we think that the future of the civilization, if we think about as educators, is in the four walls of the classroom, this four walls I will teach and go. It's not that. Every single life experience is a learning experience. And it should be related to nature. It should be related to life. Thereby, education is not a preparation for life, it is life itself. They will know, they will understand that, okay, fine, I need to do this, why I need to do this. If at all, it's like learning experience, basically. So if we really, second thing is any challenge comes, that's all. They are all into the shell. They go into the shell. Instead, they should be given that mindset to think every challenge is an opportunity. If at all I'm going to bring a solution for this challenge, that is an opportunity. I've resolved something. I've got something to share to the world, and I can do that. That's how. That's
That
how did
that will be
Einstein
our
come.
contribution to the younger world.
Exactly. How did Einstein come? How did Newton come? How did you come? How did me come? So we have to make use of the
Yeah.
opportunities which are coming our way and looking at people. Definitely, if some good things are happening around the globe, we need to learn from them. We need to adapt ourselves. We need to change our thinking. We need to go ahead with that. Without exploring, definitely, if a small child is trying to walk, if the child has not even made an effort to trot first, how will they start walking? The child was
Madam,
actually,
one thing, AI has captured them.
yeah, AI is
Can we find
captured.
a way? Can we find a way from AI which we can uh,
That's what,
deliver this, message to them?
I'm very sorry, because science is a tool. Science is always a tool. It's a knife. We can cut with the knife. We can always kill with the knife. We have to think. It is our own. It is our own thinking. It is our own thinking, exactly. And once our thinking is change, then definitely it will. We should only know. ये इन मामूली बात में ये कॉमन सेंस है, ये इसको बोलने का सिखाने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, ये बड़ा अपने आप होना चाहिए, बस इतना तो लाइक वी नीड टू
That must be there with individual, they should also realize what is good and what is bad to them.
exactly. Will we go touch fire? We will not do it. So when you know that AI is providing you so much of information, it is our duty to take the best of it. And leaving aside the best, if you go for other ways, it is like touching the fire. You know that you know very well it is going to hurt you, but still you are doing it. You are wanting to do it.
Ma'am, with your permission, we have one more question from a participant.
Yeah.
Yes. What role can green technologies play in promoting energy efficient transportation system?
Yeah. One green energy which we can think about is very simple: solar panel. Okay. If we think about the green technology, what is green technology? The implementation of the solar panel, the engineering behind implementation of the solar panel with the absorption of the energy is what is called as the green technology. And now I think you will be able to understand. Green technology, not that we are talking about only getting from plants, nothing like that. Even the solar energy can be transformed. Even the energy, as I told you, the algae light giving light and roshni, it's a green technology. Definitely, it will help us in reducing the carbon emission or cutting down the cost for it, or exactly paving way for a better living. As such, when we do all these things, we will gradually find a change. As I gave you an example of uh, exactly as I told you, when we talk about the solar panels which are being laid, or the AI dustbin which is getting filled up, all these are examples that I'm trying to give is that it doesn't happen in one day. Even the plastic bottles which are being thrown in the city, the sea is full of water, plastic bottles. It doesn't happen overnight. Millions of years we have been doing this practice. So this corrective measure also, we should start doing it. We should start doing it for years. Maybe, as I told you, today, 2025, we are talking about it. We can review it by 2045, saying that what is the betterment that we have done, what better thing that has come into, what has really happened, how it has really enhanced our living style. That's what we need to think.
Madam,
Yes.
younger generation, they talk technically very much, but they are not realizing what is good and what is bad to them.
if we raise this question, there will be one
Yeah.
simple thing which we should be ready with the answer. It will be none
Yeah,
other
please,
than
please.
our parents. Our parents will say, I'm sending them to school. It is your duty to teach them. Okay. So it is, as I told you, it is each one's responsibility. Charity begins at home. It starts, be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
change
That's
that we
true.
wish to
That's
see.
true.
We should be the change
That's
that
true.
we want
I
to
agree
see
with
in the
that.
society. So once we change our mindset to that, then we will be able to. To be very frank, I'm going to pose a very open question now. Sorry to ask the question.
Yeah, please.
Okay. You can show me thumbs up.
Yeah, please.
How many of us
Yeah,
are
please.
addressing this session inside AC room?
No, I'm
No one?
outside.
Oh,
I'm outside.
Professor Suresh Bane,
In
yes.
the free air, I'm outside. I'm walking
Priyanka
right
Lohot,
now.
yes. So when we think about energy consumption, definitely, even small things, every single step is a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
leap to fly high.
But
Every
people,
single
you
drop in
know,
the
the younger
ocean counts.
generation, they talk many things and they sideline ourselves. You
No,
know,
sir,
when we
our living style has
uh,
become like that. That's why I had my apologies before asking this question. Like this, each and everything counts. Everything counts. You know?
that's true. When we start speaking, you know, they take the things, you know, good old days.
Yeah.
Here to that. Things have to be changed. Even we want.
Very true. Even simple
Yeah.
things. I'm not saying see, this is an open forum. When we come and speak, if you see, I'm talking from my home, but still I have my
Yeah, that's good.
backdrop. Even simple
Yeah,
things,
yeah, good,
very
good,
simple things really
good,
count. You know, like
good.
some, that really, if we start bringing those changes in ourselves, it will really make TV. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not even simple things. It's a concern that we have. Then that means we need to start doing things. Yes or no? Thank you. Thank you
Excellent,
so much.
excellent
Yes, ma'am.
energy,
I
madam.
have a
Appreciate your
question for
energy
you.
also.
Can I ask it right now?
Please,
Uh,
Mr. Mahindra. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Just I wanted to know about your opinion about usage of increase in the usage of AI in several fields these days. Because if we come across this, even the kind of resources, even the usage of this AI is consuming. If we consider most of these data centers where AI data information is being processed, it consumes severe amount of natural resources in order to cool the get these data centers to be cooled down.
Yeah.
So maybe what is your opinion? My personal opinion is that in near future, even the access to this artificial intelligence has to be restricted only to certain specific fields. That is just my own opinion. So what is your take on it? Just I wanted to know, since this is being an open discussion. Because these days, specifically in South African countries, they are facing a lot of water scarcity. So in most of the cases, what do we see is that uh, rather we think about development in one particular direction, whereas we neglect the other facets of our lifestyle. So what is your opinion about this usage of AI in each and every field in our day-to-day life?
Yeah. I can answer it in two different ways, but one will be very lengthy, one will be very short. Let me go for the shorter thing because we're already ahead of time. So there'll be other speakers who are waiting. The thing is that, as I told you, science is a boon for us. Science has helped us to go in different ways. Now, this session is happening. This very session, where collectively, how many of us? 153 people across the globe in different time zones are connected. It's not possible just like that without anything. It is definitely with the help of AI. And when did it all start? With the evolution and with the change, with the paradigm shift of COVID. If you think about COVID is definitely, it's not a pandemic. It was a blessing in device where people started thinking in different ways. Okay, I also can do it. when I started, like in the sense, like how many of us were techno savvy before COVID? Many of us will say no. COVID has really helped us to find the other perspective of us. Oh, I'm able to do it. Many of us started sending emails, started conducting sessions, and this such of a platform, such a session can be conducted was really started during COVID session for teachers, enabling teachers to take classes for the students who were not able to come to school. There it evolved. Now people have started using in all disciplines in our domains, everywhere, making use of the opportunity. That's a good thing. Likewise, AI keeps on coming. If you think about Nokia phone, how many of you have Nokia phone these days? None of us. At least one smartphone that we will have, right? So why we are not using Nokia phone? Simple. I'm not able to take pictures. I'm not able to save data. I don't have much storage. So there are advantages. When the advantages come, there are always disadvantages which comes through with that. Even it happens. So we need to accept it. And as humans, we need to really adapt ourselves, understand it, and make use of the situation exactly to our requirement, following the norms and the rules and regulation with the compliance factory. With the complaints, exactly. If we say that, say for example, when you're going driving a car, I'm sorry, when you're going in the road, if you have a lane traffic, if we say that you should not change lanes, why government is saying for lane changing, there is one particular space is given where we can change lanes and go. Why is it such a rule has been put there? Because to take care of yourself. So people know that when you change lanes, exactly, we will change lane in only one area where, so that everybody knows that there's a lane change area and this is the place where we can change lane so that you are safe, other people are safe. So when it comes to the safety use of AI is there, we need to adhere it to the compliancy norms which comes as a package. When you buy anything from IKEA, the module is given, setting up is given. There are directions. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. The don'ts always come as a package. Though we like it or not, it comes as a package, attachment. So why is it given? If you do that, what will happen? So when we use AI, we know that this is what is going to happen, isn't it? So we should be aware and we should know how to handle it. And when it is so, definitely, if you allow me to just relate it apart from AI and other things, I can give you one story. It's about Dr. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was selected to speak in UNESCO. So he was making arrangements to go there. So he went to his mom, and mom said, like, okay, mom, I got a call from UNESCO. I need to speak in UNESCO platform. So I'm going ahead with that. And when it is so, mom said, go bring a knife from the kitchen. So Vivekananda, as a son, he brought the knife from the kitchen and gave it to his mom with the sharp edge towards his mom and the blunt one towards himself. Mom said, you are not ready. Please go back. So second time, again, the letter came. So he went with the letter. Again, I've got an invite. She said, mom said, please go bring the knife from the kitchen. So again, he brought the knife. This time also, he gave the knife to mom with the sharp edge towards his mom and blunt edge towards. So mom said, you're not ready. You can't go this time. Third time when the letter came, this time he was little upset and he said, okay, I will go bring the knife and then I will give you the letter. He gave the letter. This time he had the letter with him. And so he brought the knife. But this time he had the knife with towards pointing edge, the sharp edge towards him and the blunt edge towards his mother. So that time mom said, yes, you can go ahead. Why? Because when you start working for the community, when you start doing your service for the community, you cannot put yourself first. You should always think about serving others, what is good for the community. When you start thinking about, it's all in the mindset. End of the day, anything good which you are thinking about, anything bad is that, good and bad is always there. We should absorb only the good thing and then rest of the things which will be forward. That only pave way for as a person, we will be able to contribute to the community. Now, this day, this moment, my quote says that, or I always share this quote with everybody: celebrate every single moment of your life so as to evolve as self-community entity. Anything that we do in our life, celebrate it. This moment, this platform is so very precious for me, with all these eminent personalities, with 155 participants across the globe who have participated in this session. This day, this moment is so very precious to me, doing justice. Or otherwise, I can just come, do something, say something which is relevant, non-relevant. I can just go ahead. It's not so. We should learn to respect the time that we are in, the duty that is being given to us. Then it all in the mindset again, I'm telling. When that comes to every single person in the society, with the commitment towards the society, for the welfare of the society, for the well-being of the people around us and all around us, we will definitely make use of this AI, whatever thing. It is definitely going to be a threat. I will explain to you during the program, during the session as well. It is definitely a threat, but not today. Today, it is giving us more and more advantages. Let's make use of the advantages, make use of it, but still working on the threat that is being created by AI. Definitely, we need to think about it. Hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Just I wanted to bring this perspective because I basically am an environmental engineer, and I do work on the topics relevant to sustainability as well. Because in sustainability is the one in which we always parallelly think about the present and as well as the future. So that was the reason, or rather, which has projected me to ask this question. Thank you. Thank you for answering.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you.
Thank you. All the participants, we are very happy that you have stayed awake till this time. I think tomorrow 6 o'clock sharp we'll start. We have two very other interesting sessions, and I'm very happy that you are showing so much of interest. All the participants are actively involved. I think tomorrow we'll meet at 6 o'clock sharp. And we'll start that attendance system and feedback. Let us see. I'll ask my wise people to come out with some feedback and this. But as per AICTE norms, ATAL norms, you are supposed to fill the feedback at the fag end last. Then only your certificates will be generated on the portal. For the attendance sake, we'll generate one small attendance link tomorrow notes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night and see you tomorrow.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.